Hello, my name is David Finch, and this is my interdesign portfolio. I am a senior at Texas Tech University and am set to graduate in May 2021. So the first page that you turn into is going to be my resume, which just goes over some key points that talk about me and my skills. So first off, the biggest part is my education and my interdesign degree that I am almost done with. And then my experience is right here on the right with my target experience, which is my current job at the top. And my software skills at the bottom here with Revit and AutoCAD being the most advanced. The next page is going to be my contents page. My first project will be my capstone project for this semester, but it's not implemented yet. At the end of this semester, it will be. My second is going to be my commercial Turning Point Community Church project. That was a group project. My next is going to be a corporate Department of Design project. That was individual. And after that is institutional, which is Texas Tech Junction campus, and that was also individual. After that is residential, the Mills residence, and the last project is going to also be residential, my abstract vacation home. I hope y'all enjoy. So that first project is going to be this Turning Point Community Church, and some goals for us were to keep it airy and bright and very open and organic. As you can see, these colors down here, the paint colors and the materials are very light and airy, which is one of our biggest goals of the project. So going into our floor plan, you can see we wanted to stay organic with the shapes of everything, with the walls, and even with these like corners, we made it all organic, and we just wanted the space to flow very easily. So that's what we decided to do and make it very colorful. As you see on this rendered floor plan, we did implement some of those bright colors on the flooring to have a natural flow throughout the building. And you can see some furniture pieces, lighting, and some equipment that we used here. And here are some perspectives for Turning Point. This baptistry on the left was one of my biggest parts of the project. So I did design this, and this is all like custom extruded pieces with that baptistry pool in the middle. So people could come up here and walk down and get baptized, and everybody could stand around and watch the baptism happen. On here on the left, or on the right, is our cafe that we designed. This is something I also had a big to do with. I basically did the structure of everything, and then one of my team members helped with the lighting and all the the accent pieces. Another rendering is of this front entrance. It kind of gives you a view of the whole space. It gives you that baptistry pool, the reception here on the right, and then the cafe back in the back. And if you were to go over just a little bit, you would see this study center. It's basically across from the cafe, but on the opposite side of the building. And this is just a community space for anybody and whoever wants to come study and to get some work done. And it's very open, bright. We wanted the space to be inviting for everybody, no matter if they're students, the community, maybe you're going to church and you need to study after, whatever it may be. Here are some sections and elevations that we did. Here's the reception desk with the big sign in the front, so everybody knows that you're here at Turning Point Community Church. Some of these rooms here are the offices, and this is the reception for the office area, and it's very colorful, as I've been saying, and very organic. Let's see, and these are just some offices down here, nothing too important. The next project I'll be talking about is pivotal. This is the Department of Design. It was a renovated project here at Texas Tech University. We basically had a chance to renovate and relocate the Department of Design offices within the Human Science Building. This was an individual project and one of my favorites, actually. So I started off with schematic design with these bubble diagrams that just show the relationship and between the rooms and how easy the traffic area will be, as well as this blocking diagram here at the bottom. Just shows like kind of my prelim version of the floor plan. It did end up changing throughout the process of designing, but this was my original floor plan idea. And just a little background about the Department of Design, we had to make a custom screen to be basically our concept for the project. And so my concept was basically a bunch of people from different areas and different backgrounds coming together to collaborate. And so that's the showing of the arrows coming to one area, just to symbolize that collaboration space between employees and the faculty in the Department of Design. The next page just shows over the reflected ceiling plan. And I point out some of these light fixtures here and here as well. As you can see, there is kind of a lot going on, but it was a pretty large space for us to do. So there is a lot included on this reflected ceiling plan. Let's see. And then we go over to the rendered floor plan, and this just kind of shows the overall perspective of each individual space that was included in this design. So here's kind of the reception area. When you walk in, this is the first thing you see, and then you basically see all these glass offices as you go on pack throughout the offices. So here is that reception, and basically all of these are offices. Some are larger than others, just for different faculty members. The conference room back here, we did have a set of grad offices back here in the back, so that was cool to include the graduate students back here in the DoD. We have like a little breakout room, and I wanted everything to kind of be central to basically everybody's use. So I have the workroom kind of in the middle of the offices space, and basically for ease of access from basically any direction, as well as this lounge area back here and this break room. So everything's kind of centrally located, so everybody can access that pretty easily. Here are some renderings. So this is what you would see when you walk in the front entrance, so the reception area. This is one of my favorite renderings just because you can kind of see like the designs here with the arrows and all the different colors that I used throughout this project. And here on the right side, we have the entryway, basically showing what you would see as you walk straight in. You would see straight down to the back entrance. This is out to basically like a parking lot or an area for people to go outside and enjoy the outdoors. Here on the wall, I've actually incorporated some of my past projects, and if not my projects, some of my past friends' projects. I thought that would be a fun implementation since this is the Department of Design office. This is one of my glass offices. This is one of my favorite renderings as well, just because I really enjoyed making this custom extrusion on the wall back here, and I just really enjoyed the look of this office space. Yeah, and here on the right, we have that graduate student office that I was talking about. And I think this is a great way for graduate students to be able to come in, do their homework, or turn in any assignments that they need to turn into. And just in the middle here, we have a few like sun pathways to show how the sun would hit differently in the different times of the year. The next project is my Junction campus project. This was a renovation of the Texas Tech University campus at Junction. It's mostly for students that are in natural resource management. That's one of our majors here. And everything is pretty much fun outdoors and super eco-friendly, and yeah. So here are some floor plans, not all of them because we did have quite a bit to do for this project. So I just kind of incorporated a few of them. So these are kind of the overall floor plans. We had to basically put sheds over enclosed buildings for better shading and better air circulation throughout the buildings. So this right here is kind of the outline of that shed, and then these are the actual individual buildings. And there were 4 different types of floor plans that we had to do. As it's labeled, this is the classroom shed plan, and this is the hotel shed plan. And then as more of a focused area, I did this welcome center as like a more focused floor plan, and then the graduate housing, as those are the 4 floor plans that we had to include, just different types of them. Some of the renderings that I did, here's the extended living for the graduate students. I kind of just wanted it to be open, inviting for the students because they will be staying there. So I wanted it to be as homey as possible. So I did include a small kitchenette and some living items like this TV and these kitchen table. It's very small, but it's just for these extended student living areas. And then here on the right is my outdoor entertainment. We did have to do 2 of these, and this was my favorite one. It just kind of captures all of it basically, with the trees in the background, the ramps coming up to make it ADA, and then we have these tents back here in the back that were pre-existing and not demolished for the project. The next rendering is going to be this reception desk area, and it's basically you walk in, and I just wanted it to be open and very bright and inviting, as my theme is always. I always want people to be comfortable in the spaces that I design. And back here in the back, you can see these garage style doors, and they come up and you can open these, and there's like outdoor seating and entertainment areas out here. And yeah, and on the right is I have a large classroom rendering and 2 double screens in this office or in this classroom, just to make it easier for students to see anything that's being presented. My next project is going to be a residential project for the Mills family. This is an aging in place renovation. So basically we started with an existing house and completely demolished it and changed it for the family so they could basically age in place in this home for the upcoming years. Let's see. So I basically just started with the bubble diagrams and the schematics showing the relationships between the rooms and which ones should be closer together and further apart, or which ones should be closely next to each other for the importance of their relationships. And then I did a site plan here, and this just shows like the main house, the barricade around the house, the driveway, and then this extra house in the back that we also did. And then I have some floor plans. So I have the first floor plan, floor plan, and then the second floor plan here. And some goals here were just to keep it very accessible and very considering the fact that they wanted to age in place in this home and they wanted to be here for a while. So that was like the main consideration for this project. Here are some renderings. So we had to do like an exterior facade, and this project is solely done on AutoCAD and Photoshop. So we did have to draw this on AutoCAD and these as well, which was kind of fun because drawing 3D renderings and perspectives on AutoCAD is definitely difficult. I did teach myself how to do that, but it was definitely something fun to do. Let's see. Here are some construction details that we did for this project as well. There was a lot of hand drawing in AutoCAD involved in this project. Like some window details, the door details, the rear facade, the front facade. And on the right side of the page, we had to do some section cuts. So all of this is super detailed and detail oriented. And that's kind of what makes it fun, because AutoCAD is such a fun program to work in. And some bathroom elevations, some kitchen elevations, and so on. And the last project that I have in here is my obtuse abstract vacation home. This was one of my favorite projects in the beginning of my interior design degree. Basically, we had to fold a piece of paper and throw it in the air and construct a building how it landed. So I folded this piece of paper, closed my eyes, threw it in the air, and it landed this way. And this is pretty much what I did for the structure of my building. And this was a really hard project to do in the very beginning, but it was very fun because it was abstract, it was different, it's not something that you see very often. And I love the thought of folding a piece of paper and constructing that building. Here are some schematics, just showing the importance of the relationships between the spaces. It wasn't a very big floor plan, but the way it was constructed made it a little more complicated. And we also had to make a 3D model of this, which was complicated itself, but it was fun for sure. And just a simple layout. Got the bedroom, the living room, the kitchen, and then the bathroom is like kind of the only separated space within the building or within the structure, with this exterior entertainment area here on the left. Here are some renderings that I did for this project. These are by hand, some of my favorite hand renderings that I've done to date. So we have the master suite here, the kitchen here, and the living room. I think this right here is my favorite rendering that I've ever done before, hand rendering that I've done. It's just shows my style. It's very simple and sleek, but that's pretty much what I like throughout all my projects. And that's it for my portfolio. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope to hear back from y'all soon. Thank you.